ということで皆様ビットサミット2日目スタートです Welcome everybody! BitSummit Day 2 has begun everybody. So we are in Kyoto. It's a nice and peaceful place. But then we are inside with this building where there's so many games around and then man, I love games, so I'll be walking around. I wish I can walk around, but it's nice because I can be sitting here and everybody will bring games to me. And I can talk about it too. So I'm the lucky one. I'm so sorry. I'm so privileged. But thank you. 本当にね、最高なんですよ。僕このビットサミットもぶっちゃけゲームめちゃくちゃあるじゃないですか。で、みんな歩き回ってゲームをプレイするんですけど、僕の場合はここ座ってるだけでいろんな人がゲーム持ってきてくれるんで、最高なポジションだと思うんですけど、まあということで。今回はね、僕が最初にイントロでベラベラ喋るのもね、ちょっともうみんな飽きてきてるかもしれないんで、早速スペシャルゲストをお呼びさせていただきました。So you guys might be tired of me speaking all the time because you heard me speak a lot yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it, and then I'll introduce you to our special guest because we already have him right here sitting down. ということで、タイニーメタルの皆様をお呼びさせていただきました。We got Tiny Metal over here. Yay!
皆さん、こんにちは。
こんにちは、こんにちは。And familiar faces. I met him last week, pretty much. And you're another familiar face that I feel like my childhood was based on watching Japanese TV commercials, but
You just good.
Further ado. So, Tiny Metal.
Yes.
I have seen the gameplay last week. I'm really super stoked because I do love those turn-based strategy games. But then I see that we can talk about it a little more because some people might not have heard it. And now we are at BitSummit.
Yep.
Kyoto. So Kyoto is in Kansai. Tokyo is in Kanto. It's completely different location in Japan, so definitely people want to know what's more about this game. So let's go ahead and dive right into the game, and then let's go ahead and talk about it.
Absolutely.
All right. So if I believe it's correct, I kind of said it earlier. It's Tiny Metal is a turn-based strategy game, but there's also a story to it too, if I believe it's correct. And you guys can kind of go ahead and fill in that story for me too because I don't know the story. So.
Alrighty. It's a simple story, one that can be enjoyed by adults and children alike. And we kept it into like almost 3 factions. We're not prepared to announce the other factions yet.
Ooh, alright.
But anyway, basically you have the protagonist called Nathan Grease. He's a lieutenant or lieutenant in America, I guess, from the Artemisian Defense Force. And basically, the story is his king gets assassinated. He thinks Japan, which is like a Japan-like, country, is responsible for the attack, and he goes on the offensive, basically.
Gotcha.
Only because Japan seems like they're invading their country. Now, Dante here, Dante, my man.
My part in the game, I'm portraying the character Captain Dante Carver. We have the exclusive cards here at BitSummit, so if you're here, you can actually get one from me. My character is actually best friends with Nathan.
Oh, all right.
And through the various battles and the wars that are going on in this world, our paths somewhat are separated, but yet are intertwined throughout the story. There are several twists throughout the story, which I won't give away because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, of course, you can't tell everything.
Because of that, it actually is a really interesting and rich part of the story.
So, for instance,
yes,
this is me just like throwing a ball. We might be able to get like multiple endings depending on what happens in the story. I'm just.
Okay.
Just say you can't say I can't say anything about this. So it's all right. It's all right. I like to throw dangerous balls. And,
right.
You can dodge him. You don't have to hit him all the time.
I want to make it clear we are an indie game, so we aren't able to make super multiple storylines.
That's true,
But
that's
there
true.
is a good twist, and
Okay.
it is a good story. We spent a lot of time making the script, so we have a proper the original story writer, and we have the scenario writer, which is Inaba-san.
Yeah.
Inaba-san worked on I Am Setsuna by Square Enix and Tokyo RPG Factory, and the Layton series, and I don't know, he's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he is,
Um,
and they've
and
been
then-
getting a lot of praise too. So the story's
exactly.
gonna be definitely.
Yeah.
And then we got a proper script writer to script everything. We have almost like 200 pages of scripts
Oh
right
my
now.
goodness! Wow.
Which is going to be fully voiced in Japanese. Unfortunately, we don't have the funds to do it in English, but still, you get the Japanese, you get to
Got
listen
it,
to the
got it.
voiceovers, which is done by, we're not going to announce it yet, but the cast is amazing, including
You want
Dante.
including Dante.
Yeah, so I have already done and recorded the voice for my parts in the story, which was actually quite funny because when I went into the studio to do the voice recording, because we hadn't decided which one we would start off with first, if I would do Japanese, if I would do English. So it's like, okay, we'll probably start with English because that's the easiest, I guess.
yeah.
I walked in and it's like, okay, so here's the daihon for today, daihon meaning script. And it was like this thick. It was like, this is yours. It's like, oh my goodness, so not prepared. Well, that's a good way to, keep the blood pressure going and get you into what you need to do for the day.
Here's your commitment.
Yeah,
I was like,
pretty
"Ah!"
But it was a welcome challenge because I actually got to learn different jargon that I don't use on an everyday basis because we are dealing with battle and we are dealing with actual commands that are given in a defense force or military situation.
Yep.
So it was fun.
That's amazing. So this game, everybody's looking at it. I see the
Yeah.
chat. They're like, "This game looks amazing. It's beautiful. It's a
there's
big-
the
Somebody-
platoon
no!
deck. Yeah, so for those that may not know, we're all big fans of movies, and had a really good idea about when you have one of the soldiers and then they're by themselves,
No.
they
Last man
die.
standing.
They
Yep.
kind of die off and pose like they're on the cover of the platoon DVD or a Blu-ray cover.
Oh, nice.
I was like, oh, that's
They're
kinda funny. I like that.
They're like, nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So people who kind of like old movies as well would
Yeah.
be appreciating. It has that. It's a new feeling, but always have that appreciation towards that old reminiscence.
There's a
as
lot
well.
of pop culture references, but we've changed it enough so that
You
don't
won't
have
get
to, so you don't have to worry about
you're
too
safe.
many issues. Yeah. I will say for myself, one of the things that I like about the game is, given I do like shooters and fighter games, things of that nature, I do like my share of gore if it fits for that story.
Yes.
But this not having that aspect in it is a welcome pleasure because it actually opens up the age range of people that could play.
Oh yeah, definitely.
people
and-
don't die in Tiny Metal.
Yeah.
They just topple over.
Yeah, they
Couple
just
over,
double
and
over, yeah.
amazing pose, right?
So it's cool.
The tanks explode, but they don't die
Yeah,
inside.
exactly. They're safe. They're safe. That's
Think
what
of
we
it. Think
believe.
of it as an ongoing Power Ranger series. They, or a comic book. You
Yeah,
get the heroes. They
exactly.
kill over. You think they're dead, but actually no, they're just injured.
Exactly. They're just or they were putties from
Yeah,
start.
they're
so,
putties,
yeah,
right,
exactly. So they weren't alive in
So-
the first place. So it's
Yeah.
not. It's
So
not
it's
bad.
okay.
That's right.
It's not bad. It's
So
all right.
that comes to the point of putting it out on the Switch.
Yes.
So we announced last week.
Yes.
Well, actually this week
No.
that we'll be putting it out on the Switch, and we've had some very good press about it. But
yeah.
basically, we wanted the kids to enjoy this. We can't have blood spewing everywhere,
That's
and
true.
we don't need it. Frankly, it's not required.
Yeah, like if you look at it, it's not like it doesn't really change the fact if you add blood or not. The
Right.
gameplay or the drama
Right.
or because it's all story driven too as well.
Right,
So
yes, it
it's
is.
like you don't really need that blood aspect to kind of
No.
just emphasize any
That
story.
and
so.
having the gore or blood into it, as cool as it may look, it actually does change the ratings for the game.
Oh, yeah.
It also changes the way people view it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at, like, say you have someone who just got into gaming, they're a bit squeamish.
Yeah.
So that can turn someone off.
Yeah, we've got too much of this in the real world. We don't need that
Yeah.
in the game.
Considering the game is about war.
Well, exactly. But then you don't want to make it too much realistic.
No.
So
And
so now
character
it's
designs are cute.
announced on the Switch as well, right?
Yeah.
When can people get this game?
So we're planning for fourth quarter of this year,
Yes.
but we haven't decided on the
The
publisher
official
yet.
date.
So
We're probably going to make an announcement maybe next month,
Ooh.
depending on the publisher when we want to announce it together.
got it.
But once this is decided, a lot of the way in which we announce things and display things are going to change.
Awesome. All right. So like branding and everything.
Yeah.
might
So
be-
right
Exactly.
now it's formatted for PC, PlayStation 4, and Switch.
Sounds great. Sounds great. So for the people who wants to know about more about this game,
Yeah.
where could they go to find a lot more information?
You could go to tinymetal.com.
tinymetal.com.
Yep.
The old trusty worthy. So now they could go to tinymetal.com. There we go. I don't know if it's too bright or not. Oh, there we go. We got. There we go. Go to tinymetal.com. That focus though.
English.
Here
But
we
yes,
are.
tinymetal.com. You guys can see how you spell it. It's down there already.
Yes.
and then just
Also-
add .com. And
Also for social media side, you can also check updates on ADF Dante Carver on Instagram, Twitter, as well as Facebook, because those will be the social media links that we'll use not just for my character but for updates for the game itself.
That sounds great. Well, thank you very much, guys, for coming
Thanks
over,
for having us.
showcasing
Thank
the
you.
game. Every time I see the
Cheers,
game, I'm like,
Christmas.
I need that game. And now it's on the Switch too, so I'm like,
Yeah.
finally, more game on Switch. Let's do it, because we were kind of teasing it. We're like, come on. And now we have it, so it's good. It's good. Well, thank you very much,
you.
guys.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate
Not
it.
a problem. Not a problem. And for you guys.